But yeah, welcome on in. Happy Monday, I suppose. Thanks for shouting. No problem. I am currently trying to figure out. Let's see. There's some stuff I gotta fix here. Ooh, bicep lick juicy. Yeah, I was gonna try my hand at this meme. I love this art. That I'm glad. It does make me feel good. I'm definitely feeling more confident with broaching horny topics, at least art wise. Let's see. I definitely need to fix the nose. The snout's got to get fixed. There we go. Welcome to Cyberventure. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, we also have Sonic Quest open. I'm trying to think of like what all happened this weekend. I was able to hang out with some friends on is it I feel like I need to like make the snoot because we are very much getting like why is Tito cussing? What is this song? This is Rot for Clout. Oh, what? Welcome on in, Rika. Good idea. Welcome on, though. For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Chaos Killing Internet. Bryce stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. So you're gonna stream some card at this point. I probably won't be doing any. It'll be a bit before I feel confident doing anything on Picardo. Welcome on in, Durgap. Just done playing some Elden Ring, doing the DLC. We beat 3 major bosses and 6 minor bosses today. Nice! Today we are doing some art. I'm currently trying to figure out snout shenanigans, because I don't often do anything even close to, because this is I think the closest I've ever been to a, welcome on in, Minotaur Magi. Glad to have you. I don't really do like a profile look. Welcome on in, Jaren. Glad to have you as well. Fernando, Finger Mother, Mesmer, and I think I've seen Mesmer. Gonna lurk during my art club. Hell yeah. I guess we're not quite as like. I like the bicep bulging out a little bit more. Welcome on in, Zara Crisis. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah, we have 4 major bosses left in the DLC and 4 left in the main game. I think so. Part of the thing that's making this difficult, I think I might need to make the head bigger. Because like I think part of the so I might need to make this face a little bit bigger. Starky, just be like more. Okay, so part of the weirdness of this is like I've kind of like created a situation here where like he's leaning into it. You make me feel like my whole body's a high five, so why would I just up and end us? It's a deep well, but let's take a dive. I took a hard look in the mirror, hoping that I could doing a bit of a challenge mode where I only use samurai themed equipment and unsheath on my main weapon. It's wildly hard. That definitely sounds like it could be fun. Probably you're having a good time with it though. Also, if one of my mods is available, could we get a shout for Zero Crisis and one for Jaren? Cause I just can't stop, won't stop wasting all my time. Whoa, I know it's such an old cliche. The heck, the muscles. Yeah, the muscles. But you know, I'm trying my best at this meme. So like you know, I am trying to it is a relatively, so the problem isn't just the pose. If it were just the pose, this would be relatively easy. My fucking dumbass constantly insists on using the most dynamic camera angles possible. I'm like, yeah, this is because like because the pose is just this. This is a front on. If I just stuck to this, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because I insist on like moving where the camera is, I think doing a fine job of this, Starky. I know my artistic process is very much just like complain the whole time, but end up making something that looks at least pretty good. So like you know. Hold up. No, that looks like ass. But I've gotta love me too good, Mia. I'ma need a shrink. But yeah, no, it is turning out relatively good, all things considered. I think I just need to like work a little bit on make sure we can draw the butt that it looks like ass. That's the, yeah, I'm just gonna start drawing butts. It'll because at least that way when it looks like ass, it'll be on purpose. Okay, so if I think about like where. So I think also part of it's just like where this shoulder, like where that connection point is. So I think about like where the face would reasonably connect. What the fuck? Amazing. I will say it is sad that Snoop Dogg is is like a class traitor now. There we go, class traitor. But do it flex though? I'm hoping so. Yeah. What's his face is most rich folks are. That's fair. Fucking Snoop Dogg is he did something for Trump's inauguration. So suffice it to say, he is officially in his poser era. But that's, you know, all in its due time. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, I have a friend who's older than me, and I know how he made it through the 2010s without knowing what 420 is. That's actually kind of amazing. Here. I heard Snoop Dogg was a big seller by the time this song came out in 2004. To be fair, at the time I was relatively young, so like I wouldn't have known that. Also, I didn't know he'd existed until like the mid 2011s, probably, or like somewhere that like early 2010s. I never knew most weed and sex innuendos until I joined the fandom. That's fair. Okay. Because I'm trying to think about like where this would be. Let's see. I think it's because like, I guess if I think about like where. Okay. 420 meme lasted around until around I think 2016. The meme life cycles got drastically shorter afterwards. Yeah, that is, I feel like that is kind of like the that's like the inciting point for sure for like a lot of like meme cultural shifts. Hi, welcome on, Brianna. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Okay. It's not, I try my best to avoid drawing box snoots, but this is like one of the few instances where I feel like it's actually like warranted. Because moos do have a very boxy snoot. There you go. Not far off from when TikTok first became popular, the short video format helped make turnover shorter. Well, okay. With big sneefas. Yeah, they got big snoots. Welcome on in, Alberio. Good to have you, sweet bean. I would kind of agree. I mean, so I kind of entirely missed like well, Vine as a format lived and died before I had a chance to even engage with it. Ray, welcome on in. Glad to have you. Can we get this, grab the scene, give him a shout out, give that stinky a shout out. Smellying. Good time zone. Sorry, been a while. Been so busy and hardly any downtime. I know the feeling all too well, but I think I appreciate you for stopping by regardless. Shouting out the stinky, and you fucking shit. Shout out for Alberio and one for Ray. I'm gonna grab my fucking moderators and I'm gonna put them in the blender for their sins. There we go. This is a little bit more authentic, I feel like. But how you doing, Ray? Glad to have you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm currently trying my best to not fuck up the sketch phase of this, which is requiring a decent amount of effort because I'm not good at art. I am certifiable anus at art. There we go. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like, I mean, I guess to be fair, like it would just kind of like naturally form a little bit more of like a line of continuation because you're fully like engaging the neck muscle here. So something closer to this as opposed to like the traditional like. I swear to God, welcome on Camco. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. We love our mods. Our mods are creatures. But how you doing, Ray? How dare you? No, how dare no praise of my art is allowed in this stream. Not allowed. It is in fact a band. I'm doing glad to hear it. I'm doing glad. Me good to hear. I got some hot foot art. I was lurking a little bit. Also thank you for the lethal borb drone. The lethal borb missile directed at my face. As an artist, you're a good artist. Ugh. Ah, fuck. I don't want to brush it off because it's like kind of shitty and rude, but I'm also like, fuck. I've learned I'm very into Awakening Inflation for my stream Sunday. I was lurking during that, and I was lurking during that, and it was really, really funny to hear you just be like extremely excited by the things. It was normal. Oh, I'm sure it was very normal. But no, because I want to play that at some point, so I haven't necessarily. I've been like I tend to lurk while my friends are playing that, but it was really funny hearing you get so worked up. All right, so time to make yourself into a pool toy. Okay, this is one of those things where it's like I might need to. I want a fat tuber now. Well, hey, the good news, you are in a very, very prolific fat tuber sphere. I heard pool toy. Oh no, I activated Mystic. God, I need to turn to a pool toy as soon as possible. I want to come to yours so bad. Cause like, I mean like, who old do we have like that's kind of in the like fat sphere? We got DA, we got Dell. I'm pretty sure like Saber has done some amount of weight gain art. Like honestly, they don't have a way to contact them. I cry. Oh, so you're wanting it from like the actual like the original artist of hold up, let me actually see the reference here. Okay, so my principal idea was correct. Bravebird's and James Jars. I did not realize that Bravebird's did art. I've drawn some very fat fucks. Although the cartoony style they use, that's also fair. So this is actually extremely like the fact that I more or less got the I got the like principles of anatomy down here without using this as visual reference is a sign that like I am at least improving like my instincts in regards to in regards to you know, I guess I also just do it myself. I also draw fat. What's the fattest thing I've drawn? I mean, if I'm digging up old art, since I want to make myself fucking cringe. It'd probably be like, this is probably the fattest thing I've drawn, which like now I'm like, oh Lord, there's some problems here. Okay, I have no. This is actually an extremely good exercise because it's making me realize how much I have genuinely drawn, or how much I've improved even over the last 4 months. Because this being she clearly didn't flip her canvas back then. Actually, I did flip my canvas for this. The problem, like, so the problems I'm seeing are all like okay. It's a lot of like line weight issues. There's some amount of like there are certain principles at play here that I am like, you can see me starting to like kind of understand better. The snoot's not right. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shit, man. A++ is cute. That's fair. I mean, I'm glad y'all like it. Like, I think this is the fattest thing I've ever drawn, but like, it is a, you know. Why did you turn me into a boomerang? Gotta make you draw more fats. I guess I gotta draw more fat men. All right, Ray. All right, Ray. Your picks you up, puts you into the like lockdown chair and feeds you donuts like that one episode of The Simpsons. But no, that is. Jeez, lol, Jesus, hot. I don't know. Something's happened to me in the last fucking month where I just like, I don't care anymore. I've given up giving a single shit. So I'm just like, yeah, we'll talk about whatever horny shit. I don't care anymore. All things considered, though, this is actually kind of coming together. Should have seen how worked up I was after that stream Sunday. That's when you channel the art. That's when you channel the horny into the art. Here. Let me go and grab this, that way I can see. Because it's kind of the similar thing here.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
What's up, Crisp?
Hey Starky, did you know the Full Metal Alchemist manga's current series that is airing in anime had a hot demon daddy and a buff muscle mommy demon too?
That sounds about right. When the Homer goes to hell and then is punished for an eternity eating nothing but his signature donut. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's a Treehouse of Horror. That is absolutely like, there's no shot in hell that isn't someone's like gain or awakening. Like, you look at that scene and you're like, oh yeah, no, they 100% awoke someone with someone's you know, they 100% activated someone's like latent fat sexuality by doing this one. I channeled it into my hand, sadly. I'm trying to think of how horny I can be on stream. I could say some extremely horny shit. They're always doing horny as fuck stuff. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I mean, Mario Party's a big one. Yeah. Just think, what would Ray do? Okay, what would Ray do? What would Ray do? 9/11. Yes. No. What's 9/11? It's what you call wild thing to walk in on. Welcome on in, Corvid Bubble. Can we just shout for Corvid? Financial responsibility kink. Oh, you want me to contribute to your retirement fund? Isn't that just fin doming but for yourself? Fin dom your friends into saving up for retirement. Shit. Shit. Actually, that might work for some people. Oh, thank you. No problem. How you doing, though, Corvic? Let it be, sweet bean. No, I want someone else to contribute into my fund. Okay, that's still fin dom. You're just being the dom in that scenario. Which, honestly, mood. Y'all are bad influences, I swear to God. Hold up, what kind of shape were you? Very square. I don't influence at all. I have no influence. I'm okay, you say that, Mystic, but I'm sure someone out there has like had a realization about their own like enjoyment of certain topics because of your art. Findoming yourself. Oh, you can save on this cost if you buy 2 packets for a lower unit cost. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what that is, isn't it? What is this? Spice Girls at London? It's a scary thought. I mean, that. Who the fuck are the Spice Girls? You see, you got Baby Spice, Scary Spice, Posh Spice, Ginger Spice. Hold up, one sippy. I feel like I'm Sporty Spice. I think that's the 5 of them. One sippy. Pepper? No. Because there's 5 of them. Old Spice? No, that's I'm surprised that crossover never happened, to be fair. What do you mean, who are the Spice Girls? So they're the British equivalent of the Saja Boys? They're not British. They're not British. I'm pretty sure they're American. Am I wrong? I feel like the Spice Girls are they American?
Wretch, wretch.
Welcome on, Deluxe. I'm glad you sweet bean.
There used to be
Oh, they are
Starky
British.
Spice until the drama happened. We don't talk about 1996 because of it frown.
British, American, same thing.
Wretch, wretch. We're the wretch.
Spice Girl.
What's the joke? We got thyme, rosemary, sage, and a Lowry seasoning salt. I'll be honest, the Spice Girls were never my thing growing up, so. Because they're effectively because you're generational younger. I'm old. I'm 97. I'm like the oldest Gen Z. At least I was able to name the 5 Spice Girls. I think that gives me at least. I forgot your baby. I swear to fucking God. I alternate between getting called a child and unk. I'm in hell. Chunk. Being able to name the Spice Girls makes you an unk. You see what I mean? Pasky's a baby. Oh, we are only 3 years apart then. I mean, Starky, some children are uncles. That's fair. Imagine being young. I swear to God, I do think it's kind of funny how I end up being the bridging gap between like. What's up, Crisp?
Uncle Child is Chunk. I guess Starky is Chunky.
I mean, I am kind of chunky. Starky did the bicep meme is wearing a shirt. That won't do. Eat your shirt. I was born in 95. Starky's older mentally than me. To be fair, so I was born in 97, but I didn't really have friends my age, so I ended up interacting a lot with my older siblings. And for context, my brother, who is like he's the middle child, is 5 years older than me. So even though I was born in 97, I grew up on a lot of media that was typical of like the 90s kids. I'm also just a brat. You really are a brat. It's amazing you could top anyone. I say affectionately. So he's gonna be 30 next year. The passage of time is scary. Oh yeah, it is. 96 is the last year of millennials, and they're turning dirty 30 this year. I let it be said, all you gotta do to be a top or be like a dom in the furry sphere is just be willing to say hi. I used to be a cute little otter, like a fleshlight at LVFC. I'm young even by law school standards since I'm in a year early. Just be large. The Stark is a Zoomer. I am a Zoomer. Cam, you're the same. Aren't you the same year as me? Aren't you also technically a Zoomer? Oh, 1997. That's 10 years ago, right? Yep. Welcome, Cam. We'll suffer in Zoomer together. Hold up. You're welcome. Hey, Borb, welcome on Astral. Gonna have you a sweet bean. Good show for Astral. People are old enough to drink who didn't exist during 9/11. Yep. The Wii turns 20 this year, as does the Xbox, the original Xbox 360. Zillennial Starky, basically. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is over 20 years. Yep. I got so many people who were upset at me when I put because I did that like game grid thing. So many people were upset when I pointed out that technically Portal 2 is considered a not vintage retro game, because retro is 15 years old and Portal 2 came out 15 years ago this year. People got angry when I called Mario Galaxy and retro for my list. That also feels wrong. Oh, I do not like that. I am so sorry to turn all of you to dust. Okay, so they point up. Oh yes, my favorite retro game, Twilight Princess. You kid, but that is actually a retro game. I've been a gamer since before y'all were cum. Hold up. The Wii is indeed retro. Minotaur. Yeah, I'm trying to draw. Horns are hard, man. Hold up. Let me open the other pictures. We got the one from Jame. Okay. Whoops, I'm lurking still. I can't hear anything. You could send me that bovine. I'm lurking, so I still can't hear anything, but could you send me that bovine reference pic? Like referencing for reasons, like referencing. Sure. I mean, if you want the high quality version, like honestly, if any of my friends want the high quality versions of stuff, I can just send it to you directly. Are you familiar with Hero Force Stroke? You could add a horns to a character model and then rotate the camera angle you'd to the one you'd want. Hold up. Send them without compression. I was gonna make sure I'm like connecting it to the correct part because I think I can intuit like how it's shaped. The by Minos. But yeah, this is gonna be my Moo Man Anthus. I'm almost retro. Hopefully you're older than just retro, because retro is only 15. Remember, this is an 18 plus only stream. Wait, I'm into vintage. Oh, okay, that's more. Yeah, that's more reasonable. Retro is 15 years, so Party Rock Anthem is retro. That sounds about right. Let's see. I like the shape here, but I think I like it rotating it more. Just like... I forgot the time period between retro and vintage. I'm vintage. I want to say vintage is 25 years. So I technically qualify as vintage. Look, Starky, gonna finish work for the day, so I'll be lurking. All good. Thank you for hanging out, you sweet bean. Hopefully work goes smoothly for the rest of the day over there. I think it's gonna hurt the most early next year when regular show will have ended 10 years ago. So how long has it been since regular show first aired? I think that's gonna be like a for sure. Everyone's gonna feel a little when that happens. 2010. So yeah, that's also retro. It depends. Is retro from like when it starts versus or like when it There we go. Okay, this is kind of a weird remix, but I'm here for it. I feel like when it starts, not when it ends. I was a junior in high school when the pilot of regular show dropped on YouTube. I feel like when it starts, not when it ends, as OG Simpsons is retro and still around today. I suppose that's fair. That's a good point. Let's see. Is this remake made with Final Fantasy music? This is Beastie Boys in Final Fantasy VI, Body Movin' dash Magic House remix. So yes. Yeah, especially with that Kafka laugh, you like at that point, that's hard confirmation. I think part of it's because the technological plateau, that and you're living through it. You know so much about that would happen between those years while you're currently living the latter. Vintage is 22 to 99. Antiquity is 100 plus. Okay. Who the fuck are the Beastie Boys? Shut the fuck up. The Beastie Boys hits such as Sabotage, Intergalactic, Brass. I'll say it. The Beastie Boys was always garbage. The Beastie Boys has always been a massively overrated band. I'm not a Beastie Boys fan. Matthias, don't leave yet. Look, armpits, titties. Is one of the Beastie Boys a talentless hack who sold out? Statistically speaking, probably. I think it was Mike. But no, yeah, the Beastie Boys were never really my thing. That having been said, I think that this is starting to come together. I do think I'm like, there's something about like this pectoral where I think I like now I might need to like round it out a little bit, and then also like round it out and then kind of like pull it up so that way like it's clear that it's, you know. I think also it's like part of it's just like I've kind of like there we go. Oops. I mean, that's fine. There you go. There you go. This is I feel like this is one of those pieces like I might even go so far as to like ask some of my artist friends to critique. Just that way, because I feel like I'm doing this all right, but I definitely can feel myself making mistakes. And the best way to improve your mistakes is just to get critique. Man, if the summer's gonna be hot, I mentally die. I have 0 heat resistance. I mean, that is a thing. Like, as someone who is on, not NSAIDs, SSRIs actually make you like less heat resistant because they make your body hold on to like salt less, and salt is what helps you retain water during the summer months. So if you're on an antidepressant of some description, be sure to increase your salt dosage and drink more water. It was so fucking weird too, because last week it was fucking like last week it was sweating. This weekend it dropped down to like 40s. Like my fucking heater kicked on because of how cold it got. Entered the week immediately back up to like 80s. It's fucking nonsense. I hate false winter. Like, what's that? False winter number 3 or 4? Someone else in the Midwest, please correct me. Hold up. I think I might have figured out what my fuck up was. is I need to pull the pectoral up so that way the armpit could go here. There we go. Now we can put the armpit here. Something like that. It's nearly the end of April. It doesn't need to be 58 degrees and windy enough to need a jacket. That's this, you know, the Midwest weather is fucking wild. There's a water spout incident I mentioned last week that dropped the temperature to 30 degrees. Is this... Do I need to make this more... Hold on, I might need to make this more... Like, kind of... Okay, you're not married to the sketch. And we can move the nipple up slightly. There we go. Honestly, I wish that allergy season's over already. I feel like it might have been allergies, but it's something last week just knocked me the fuck out. It was like real bad. There we go. Welcome on, Magic. I glad how you, sweet bean. Boobs Beak, welcome on, Burb Saying. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Here. Oh, wait. I think I might have figured out the problem. Which is that actually, like, because of the angle that I've chosen, I actually, like, I kind of need to squish the arm in here. I don't know what it is about this song, but I'm upset by it. Please stop telling me about Sweet Candy. I wonder if Starky has an anatomy knowledge from the nurse experience that he can use for art. Probably not. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like the bicep would actually be like here because it's technically we're kind of like facing away from it. So like this would end up being the tricep area. Which, like, the triceps being this big it's already kind of like, holy shit. Okay, start to use your arms as reference. I can't fucking, I don't have a, we've been over this. I don't have a fucking, I don't have a mirror. I can't see my own arms from my perspective. But like I can think three-dimensionally. So like I know that like this would actually be kind of like the edge of like where the bicep is. Which means that this would like right around here would be the triceps. He's kind of more showing up the triceps than licking the biceps, but I guess we find that's kind of the point of the pose. Was your desk set up? Desk, 2 big monitors, and then just... what do you mean, what's my desk setup? I mean, my desk setup is not clean, but like, I don't have like a standing mirror or like even a desk mirror that I could use. Something kind of like that. There we go. And then this is the line. Yeah, okay. I see now. We're about to run our first set of 3-minute ads. Everyone knows that we got to turn off pre-rolls, but we don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack or grab some hydration. We will be here when you come back. I was saying it's just to flex and look at your arm to get an understanding. Yeah, but like this is intrinsically something from like the other side of where my perspective is. No mirror needed. Motherfucker. Pits, yeah, Corvid. I have to be fair, it'd probably, yeah, probably something, no further comments, Your Honor. You know what, that's fair. That's fair, using your, using your, what's it called? I mean, what? I don't know why, but I have a huge urge to buy a Beyblade. The call of the Beyblade. Your Honor, nah.
Wretch, wretch, we're the wretch.
Starky forgot that a phone is essentially also a mirror.
Okay, yes, you are correct, but that is also a huge pain. That's a bigger pain in the ass in its own right. Because I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to get like a good view of myself because the phone is small. There we go. There we go. That's where the pit would be. Because they, from what I can tell with the reference, that's not the right reference. The pits come to, actually they come to just below where the nipple is. You just need the arm. So something kind of like that. So this kind of entire range. Oh, I guess to be fair, like this would end up kind of like coming down more. Because this ends up being like the entire rib cage, now that I'm thinking about it. This is unironically extremely good anatomy practice. I've turned what is otherwise like a relatively simple sketch into extremely good anatomy practice by value of the fact that I'm a fucking asshole to myself and use exclusively the most complex poses imaginable. I really should weird to understand where I can picture my body in any pose, but it's hard to translate onto paper. Well, that's where I'm at, is the thing. Okay. So we think about like, so this is the front of the like, or this is like the part of the bicep that, you know, technically it would be this, like that's the part of the bicep. And then it ends up kind of like curving around because we end up having this kind of bicep here. I need to study like, okay, what is going on here? Tricep here. This is kind of like the... Oh, I forgot the... I guess to be fair, it doesn't matter from this angle, but... Okay. Trying to apply some amount of my base understanding. So this is gonna be like the hold up, let me find the other reference. Let's see, it's gonna end up being, so this is the bicep. Here, let's get some more angles, more harsh angles. Okay, so that'd be the full tricep. But the Dark Knight art on the bull screen for a little longer for science. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Matthias. I mean, to be fair, I agree with you. Yeah, this is a hottie. Which is why I'm trying to do him justice. I want to make the art I make of him also hot. Okay. So if I think about like what I've learned from muscles is they end up kind of being more like pentagons. You know, not the pentagon, not the they hit the pentagon, but like just the shape pentagons, just like 5-sided shapes. Muscles are shapeshifters? Honestly, kind of. It's also like, okay, so what angle? Yeah, so it ended up being like... It ended up covering it here. Because it ends up being that one. Yeah, I think that ends up making more sense. Okay, and then as per the way that the like framing works, it would end up looking kind of like this. Actually, now I think about it, like it would probably, because this is the first of the triceps, which means that this would end up being kind of more like that. Because this is like the kind of it's not really a muscle in its own right. It's like the kind of the fibrous connection between muscles. What's it? It's the pronator teres, I guess. Or is that considered the pectoral? Huh. You were laughing at the time I told James Rose I want him to give me stuff if he owns an owl suit. Turns out he's now your real life friends. We were friends, but we've been friends for a hot minute now. It's been a couple of years. It's actually kind of wild to realize, because I always think he's like, he started streaming before me, but I actually started streaming a little bit before him. Let's see. What's this pink? This is so fucking... My sketches get so goddamn messy. I promise this makes sense to me. I mad myself for not getting steppies to the macro micro meetup at LVFC. There'll always be other conventions. There's always time to receive your steppies. There we go. I realized I was kind of giving them all the same level of width presence when that wasn't necessarily, like, reasonable. It's my town, so you're right. Yeah. This is a fucking... This is a mess. This sketch is getting fucking dirty as shit. There we go. Is this a remix or an actual Evangelion episode? I want to say this sounds like the original. I haven't heard anything that's like overtly. Yeah, this is it looks like it's from Evangelion finally. Honestly, if I were to be into macro stuff, I'd carry a silicone mini of my character for people to step on. I feel like if you have a plan oriented around being into a certain kink, at that point you're already into the kink. I'm sorry to be the one to break the bad news, but it sounds to me like you are already into macro and you are just lying to yourself. Let's see. Okay, that is the ear. I need to keep track of where the ear is. So that way I can make sure that I'm keeping it. Hey, my jam. Also, I don't know if I said it, but welcome on Zephiel. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. How you doing? Okay. I am relatively happy with where this sketch is now. Even if there is a couple of... Hold up, let me flip the canvas real quick. Because I think there might be a couple of things I've already slipped up and missed. I think I actually did a good job. Holy shit. I think I actually did a solid job with figuring out the anatomy. Because nothing. Oh, hold up. Let me look real quick. Okay, yeah. There's a very minor mistake I've made here. It is fixable. I guess to be fair, because it would be bunched up here because of how much space there is that's being like pushed into. So that actually makes sense why it would yeah. Okay. Okay. I end up giving myself, I think, a little bit too much canvas space, so I'm going to change canvas size. There we go. Wait. Okay. Slight update to this. Because now that I'm thinking about it, this would end up pulling up. Not quite that bad, but like. Something kind of like that. I feel like it would definitely raise above his clavicle. It's like the big thing. Yeah, there we go. And then push it just a little bit, like. Because I want the boobas to be not symmetric, but like I want them to be roughly the same size. There we. Okay, that's looking a lot better already. Okay, me staring at the pectorals for. Okay. Welcome on in, Big O. Glad to have you sweeping. Good show for Big O Lux, right? Hmm. No, the positioning there is correct. Okay. The free streamer panel because the next schedule was Vor. There was already furries lined up outside. I didn't realize how scary it was because I was a rat. I mean, the Vor is a very common kink in the furry sphere. Okay, yeah, that's fixed it. Not the citation. Dell gets so much use out of that citation, that Vor citation. Let's see. Okay, let's change now that I've got the rough outlines of things figured out. Let's go ahead and start iterating on this a little bit. The tonal shift between the One Piece theme and this one is something. It definitely is a very extreme tonal shift. I definitely agree with you there. Okay, and then it's very much sideburns up to the ears. There you go. Like, tone the jaw a little bit more. I will say that there is like definitely an amount of like there's a substantial amount of growth. Going from whimsy of One Piece to nasty shoegazy country music. That's usually how my playlists are. That's fair. I can respect that, even though I'm not the... I like country music, but I don't like pop country. Like, I fucking hate Red Solo Cup and, like, that style of, like, extremely, like, vapid, nothing country music so deeply. Because I love shit like Poor Man's Poison, early Dolly Parton. I'm like, okay... I had to check because I'm like, did some motherfucker putting just double queuing? Big girl in a Barbie world wrapped in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me anywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Come on. I will still never get over how fucking funny it was to hear Lunar read the lyrics to this song for the first time live on stream. It was so goddamn funny. Welcome on in, Kilo. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. Do you know that BarbieCon that flopped? No. Do we show for Kilo? Grab this bug. Grab this big boobad. Grab this. I'm enjoying the big titty. I'm learning how to draw and be a part of the big titty committee. Na 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 na. The closest to pop country I can get stuff is like Goodbye Earl by the Chicks because I love hit songs about murdering abusive men. Fair enough. Also nice. I hope I'm doing okay. Currently a little bit eepy, but I feel like I'm making a lot of extremely positive, like I feel like I'm making some extreme, like I'm giving myself the chance to really grow as an artist here. So You can say I'm always yours. I can beg on my knees. Like I said, now I think about, like, it would actually go like straight to the back of his neck. So is there a music for this mashup? It's just there isn't a music video for this. It's just a picture of Barbie in the Shinji pose. And then, like, in the Evangelion style. I wanted to show off for them. Speaking of the committee, I wanted to show off for them. Show off for them for more of the committee. Wait, Suda, do you have pecs? It's scary how this mex works. Sorry, mistyped. Yeah. Ooh. No, it's showing off yours, Starky. Oh, okay, I see. I see what you're getting at. Okay. And then he definitely has he's got the treasure trail, like he's got full force treasure trail and chest hair going on. Okay, hold up. Hold up. These are the same song. Hold up. I'm so sorry to point this out. I'm so sorry to point this out. So this is Max Robb and Palace Orchestra, Tainted Love. It's the same fucking chord progression. Hold up. Can I... I think the version of Tainted Love that was a big hit is also in the same key. I've got to. I never put that together until now. I'm like, wait, these sound incredibly similar. I wish I knew music theory so I could be like exactly why. Tonight. I mean, we could also probably look up sheet music. Also, there's really only used so many note progressions as possible to use. That's fair. Okay, hold up. Now I'm curious. Is there... Dreams Tainted... Oh, okay, there's... so I'm not the only person who's noticed this. Because there... Hold up. We're gonna rewatch. We're gonna re-listen to the entirety of Tainted Love, but also, I need to have someone confirm my suspicions. This is Maddie Newton. She's got good vocals. Goddamn. Well, come on in, Fine Point. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. It's because they're similar BPM and notes. I think they use probably similar BPM and like they're probably the same key. Also, they definitely use the same chord progression. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely. I feel like give me like a okay. You give Tainted Love Sweet Dreams. Hold up. This is a triple mashup of Tainted Love. Shut the fuck up. I hate mashers. Sweet Dreams, Tainted Love, and You Give Love a Bad Name. I hate it. Whoa. I'm waiting for the drop. The drop will hit and it will kill. Frankly, I hope it will end my life. That wasn't the drop I meant, but you know what? Close enough. Time to die. I'm so sorry. I got giga distracted. That's an ADHD classic. God, kill this bird. I think it's awesome. I think it is in part because the orchestral hits. I feel I've got to run away. I've got to. I feel like you could mash a ton of shit up with this song. I feel like this is like some prime ground for mashup material. Chest fluff, bearded, good, of course. You gotta get. I'm very normal about hairy men. I'm very normal about them, I promise. Love. Tainted love. Normalcy? Nah. You know what? Fair. Be as unhinged about hairy men as you want. Oops, I accidentally double requested the same song. Here, I can nuke one of them. I'll go with the... Yeah, I'll go and get... All that fact... Okay, I see. Okay, art club is done. Remember, chat, Starky also likes big men. I do like big men. I just, like, I contain myself because I'm like, there is a subset of the furry community. Like, the furry community is a genuinely great place to be. There is a subset of the furry community that is so cum-brained as to be, like, difficult to engage with. Where it's like the only, it feels like the only thing they're engaged with are their specific kinks. And like, as I'm like apprehensive about kind of welcoming, like, you know, being as unhinged as I could be, because I'm like, I don't want people to just assume they can show up and be, you know, extremely horny immediately. To be honest, I think I'm a bit like that. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't... So my rule is, like... as long as you're able to talk about something else, I don't care that much, you know? It's like, you know, like, like... There's definitely like a subset of people where like the only conversational points they can hold are like, oh, kink scenario, and I'm like, you know, that's not, I don't necessarily find that particularly you know, a particularly engaging conversation. It's like I want to be, you know, it's the like, maybe that's just the demi side of me where I'm like, I you know, being horny, but also being able to like hold a conversation about something that isn't just horny. Able to talk about something else. I suck at conversing. Yeah, chill. Like the peeps love the bottle be like. It's just like, you know, it's like a time and place thing, which is kind of like why I'm like I don't think I'll ever put like a kink-oriented tag on the stream. I guess TF technically qualifies as that. I assume I have the TF tag. I would be kind of surprised if I didn't, but that's like a relatively easy fix. I draw the string whenever I like. Yeah, it's just like... It's like, it's a balance, you know? You only have size trash as a tag, that could be a kink. You know what, I'm okay with having that one. That one's relatively fine. So like, I don't mind that one. That one can stay. What size trash? Macro micro stuff. Because like that is a like definitely a kink, but it's not overtly sexual. It doesn't need to be. There is no TF tag. Well, fuck. I need to fix that. And now we've concluded our conversation about the big men and the certain risky scenarios. Now let's converse about life. How's your domicile? How goes the workflow? Delightful strange weather we're having. Well, there is a rubber tag on Twitch. I definitely have seen people who've streamed in like full-on rubber suits, like you know, like webcammed up, and like they're wearing a they're wearing like. There's also sized different trash. I know I told you. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I'm not surprised that is a you know. Rubber suits is clothes too. Exactly. Honestly, with inflation / squeak kind of thing, it's not always a stroke kind of thing. It's just funny and silly. Yeah, exactly. It's like I definitely like. I think like pool toys or like, you know, toy TF or whatever. Like that's intrinsically a kink, but I don't think of it as being overtly sexual. Exactly. Thanks, Sharon. It's fun, but also you get to be part of the fun later. Always floating on a pool and call someone is the life. I mean, that definitely does sound appealing. 100%, or just being okay with not doing anything for hours, days, weeks. I just mean that has got to be sweltering to do. Oh, like streaming it, yeah. I have, because you know, it's got to be extremely hot to be like in like latex, you know, clothing for an extended period of time. Actually relaxing, then latex needs so much maintenance and care. You can't just put it in a drawer when you're done. Yeah. That's why goo is better. Okay. Goo takes weeks to mop up. That's why you keep the, well, that's why you keep the pool of it. The goo pool. The pool for goo. The goo, the pool specifically dedicated to put the goo in. Yo, I don't want moldy goo. Terrible. Awful thought. Thank you for that. So you're just always standing in a bucket. Pushing Starky in the goo. What type of goo? We'll find out after he's in there. I'm already goo, so it doesn't really. I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna stand on top of it. Curious, just goo or flavored goo. Here's the thing: I can't give my son a flavor because otherwise people are gonna. It's gonna make certain people extremely horny. And Starky is technically edible, but if you eat him, he's just going to goo possess you. I'm gonna wear you like a fursuit. And sometimes I got shit to do. They're already white meat. Don't need to make it any easier. The goo pool, the pool of goo, the reservoir where the gelatinous substance is kept, mysterious. Careful, others will like that. Yeah. Right. I imagine, I guess, if I had to assign Starky a flavor, it would probably be the same way that he smells, which is coffee and blueberries. Possession folks come out. I mean, I'm not necessarily. I'm not saying possession is a bad thing. Oh, that must smell wonderfully like a cafe near a forest. Sorry, you can say you're into that. This is not a safe space though. Piloted by Borb. Listen, it's like using someone else's. It's like borrowing someone else's fursuit. I could be as goofy as I want. I could be as goofy as horny as I want because they're the one who has to deal with all the consequences of my shenanigans. Time to become an Eva unit. Speaking of TF and weird kinks, I finally sat down and motivated myself to do my first proper TF sequence drawings. That sounds fucking exhausting. Straight up Teehee energy. 3 old panels of Tapool toy. We will use it against you. Mm-hmm. Oh no! So many people lining up to be piloted. How terrible. Okay, I gotta figure out dinner real quick. Have a good evening, folks. For sure. Thanks for stopping by. Would never consume though. I always get urges to hug instead. I do. I'm very receptive to giving hug. To placing, to hugging, especially fellow burb. Okay. Do I need to, like, I think I might need to move the arm and shoulder in a bit. Especially fursuit hugs. I have a partial. I would like to experience fursuit hugs at some point, though. There we go. My brother loved getting hugs for my partial. Pits, yeah, Corbin? I feel like that's been like 2 of your last 5 messages. Oh, you know, I was I was wrong. It was 2 of your last 3 messages. I keep looking over to my second monitor and seeing them. There's a partial feather suit. Yeah, I have the head, the talons, and then the tail and the hands. Can you blame me? Fair enough. I guess I can't really blame you. Okay. I like what I like. Fair enough. Oh, no, you now, but you're in Indiana. Listen, I'm not. Don't mistake me. I'm not giving you any crap. I Listen, I understand the appeal. What if he's like surreptitiously eyeing you? There we go. Okay. Have I made this snout too big? Bird Q, welcome on in Sancho. Glad to have you, sweet bean.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, did you know, if you really don't want to work, and are lactose intolerant, you can drink a lot of milk and give yourself the runs? Legally your job are legally required to have you not come in cause of potential food contamination. Keep in mind, it only works with food industry, so it may not work for most jobs besides food industry.
That's fair. Oh yes, the technically poison yourself to get out of work deal. I'm beginning to think capitalism might need some readjustments. Considering that is an entirely valid statement, and I've had days like that where I'm like, if I could get paid to poison myself, I absolutely would. Okay, now let's start the process of lining this monstrosity. I say monstrosity. It's not actually that, like, it's not going to be necessarily that complex. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. I might need to pull you up. Because I think I realized that part of why this looks a little bit weird is the pectoral doesn't quite reach the center line. So it's about like where the neck would, you know, like where the clavicle would be, and then probably be somewhere around here. Because the clavicle doesn't really like, as you just turn your head, the clavicle stays relatively like in line with your body. Why does it sound like Elmo? Elmo's in a music video. I've not heard Elmo in a hot minute, so that's probably an absolutely atrocious fucking Elmo. I feel like there's more I'm missing.
Where the rat?
What's up, Crisp?
Did you know? Mongolians are the most lactose intolerant people in the history of humanity, but are also the highest consumers of dairy. This is because of fermentation, but they are straight up chugging cow, goat and horse milk from the jug and conquering lactose intolerance like it was the Jin dynasty.
Oh, come on, a milk. Let have you, sweet bean. FNAF, but it's Elmo. I'm sorry, you got caught by one of the meme filters. Remember when the whole internet broke down when Elmo asked how we were doing? Oh my god, do you know? Burp. I thought that was a really fucking funny internet moment. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna be honest with you, Elmo, not fucking great. Real fucking bad, Elmo. Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Welcome to Chaos. Good to be sweeping.
Hi. Hi. What?
Oh. Chaos, you broke it.
This is Alpha Team. Looks like we have a slowly approaching bear. The bears will be in eventually. Scratch that, bear will arrive sooner than thought. Oh shit, bear is approaching at alarming speeds. Bear is go fast, losing track of bear. Bear has reached Mach 1. I repeat, Mach 1. Visual on bear. Oh no!
The bear broke it and then broke containment. Okay, the bear has reached Mach 1. This one's called Stiff. Oh, come on, Ivan. Glad to have you, sweet bean. I wasn't looking, so I thought the bird was Lois Griffin. Give a shout for Ivan. How you doing? I'm currently looking to see what brush I want to use. I mean, this is a nice texture brush. Direct hit. Nurse Nelly. Bears do not need to reach any such speed. Fuck it, let's try I want to try like a, what are you? I could like try like a texture brush. Cuz I always line with like ink brushes. Perry the Inker. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to be looking for in brushes? That's the thing I always see, like, oh, it's like, oh, they just kind of like do this, and that's like, you know. Actually, that one has kind of a fun, like the difference between like a light and it's got like a very, very extreme like pressure curve. All right, tool for the right needs. I suppose that's fair. I just set aside any that look interesting, because like this having such a extreme like smoothing curve actually seems like it'd be pretty useful for like a variety of tasks, but I don't necessarily know that's what I'm going for here. You know what? That might actually be good. Split do it? Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, that's not great. The funny thing is fucking DA handed me a bird here. Welcome on your Reagan. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Oh, jeez, that's not good. Here's a shout for Reagan the Owl, fellow Thunderfang member. How you doing, you sweet bean? I actually kind of like that. Here. Welcome on your frozen nutmeg. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Doing good. Finally recovering from being sick. Oof. That definitely. Yeah. Being sick is the worst. Here. Let's get on to like brush size 20. The forest owl. Green owl creature. I see some progress on your drawing. Yeah, admittedly, it is going relatively slowly because I am trying my best to like, you know, really hammer in certain details. It looks like my mods are preoccupied, so let me go and get a sneaky shout out for Reagan. Well, it's welcome on Frozen Nutmeg. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Let's see. New reference layer. Go ahead and move this up. Currently, I am just doing my ding dang best at trying to trying to get any amount of this stuff looking good. A very pretty rainforest owl. Reagan is very like your son is very adorable. Would squimsh respectfully. Frozen X Nutmeg is how it's pronounced. Do you mind if I just shorten it to Frozen? Because so you don't worry, it's already looks good. You're very kind. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure out a place to start. What is being licked in this? A bicep. I'm trying my hand at the I'm trying my hand at the bicep licking meme. Hope you can have enough redeem money. I mean, the way to earn redeem money is just by hanging out. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I think it was just like the zoom in was a bit unflattering. Let's see. Here, let's bump the stabilization. Because this is the liner layer, so it's, some higher stabilization is acceptable. Okay. There is some amount of like applying experience, you know, trying my best to like improve my line weight, so that way it like, you know, it sells depth more. Maybe I need to watch someone stream. All right, well, you know. Etiquette does not come freely these days. Use brush pens, helps with line weight practice. Let's see. We want the outline to be pretty thick, because the idea of like the like line weight being used to kind of like differentiate like how far something is. So we want the RL wise. Think of a stretch reminder. I mean, at the current rate of things, I will actually be able to get this done before April goes out, and then I can just need to start being proactive about the next thing. Welcome on in, Trendy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can you shout for Trendy Father? How you doing? How you holding up? Tell me your life story. You don't have to answer that. It's just my silly way of asking you to know you. So that's what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. You gotta be more proactive. You gotta be like, well, tell me your life story. This is the threat, and then you pull out the gun PNG. I was born at a very young age. Oh my god, bestie, so was I. Twins, it was awful. But yeah, currently, actually, Trendy, you might like this. I'm drawing the bicep licking meme. Also, I can't believe, Trendy, you would dead name Matthias like that. Oh, let's go. No, no, you're fine. I'm just giving you shit. But yeah, this is all things considered. I think once it's cleaned up, I'm gonna be a little bit happier with it. But as it stands right now, the sketch isn't bad, which I think is like a good sign of like Like, you know, I do see an amount of artistic progress. It's looking great, yeah. I'm definitely like, I'm taking the line art slower because I'm trying to be more deliberate. Fun fact: Starky hasn't eaten Jello yet this year. Define Jello, like specifically the brand Jello or gelatin as a concept. Because one of those might be true.
Where the wretch.
Starky, to save money on fuel, I took the mirrors off of my car to reduce drag. I've not looked back since.
The brand Jello? Oh, absolutely then. That's kind of a hey, Death Nation. That's kind of like extremely off topic. Are you doing okay, bud? I was thinking of the dessert gelatin. That's one I'm curious. I have had gelatin, but I have not had Jello this year, or like in the last couple of years for sure. I was looking at their profile. That's you know, that is behavior of all time. Let's see. Can I fix you? I have friends who have wrestled for the Juggalo Championship. That's wild, actually. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because from what I have seen of your Sona, like your Sona is very wrestling coded. You can't fix me, Starky. Wrong. Removes your testicles. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Matthias is a wrestler, Starky. I mean, yeah, listen, I'm fucking stupid. What do you want from me? The secret sauce is I'm dumb as shit. I want you stupider. Not Ivan leaking his himbo kink. Someone get the sacred texts. Pokemon and cost like that'd be a sweet bean. How dare you take my shirt, Suda? It's rude, honestly. There's a lot better wrestling shows in Vegas to see over the weekend. You missed nothing. All I know is that they're like, apparently the WWE is like imploding. That's the only wrestling thing I know. Trade offer for kill the bit token? No. Wrong. I don't care about WWE WrestleMania. That's like, that is the extent of, I know there's WWE and then there's the AEW. I don't know what, WrestleMania, I don't know what either of those mean. I know WWE's WrestleMania, which is the Vince McMahon, so of course it's it falling to the inevitable tides of shitification. Apparently AEW is like the other thing that people are like excited about going to see. Two Scooby snacks. Like, it is appropriate to steal this while the artwork is being done. I swear to God, Suda. Okay, first of all, what are you offering? Or what are you requesting, I guess? You're clearly trying to make a request. You check out the most undesirable song. I've already listened to it. This is the one with the operatic soprano rapping and the occasional advertising. Do all your shopping at Walmart. Yes, that one. Yeah, I've already, you know. I've already listened to that one then. Surprisingly, I find that song to be mighty fascinating. Well, because it's interesting. It doesn't make any like explicitly like unfeasible musical choices. It doesn't like, you know, it's not freeform jazz. It just makes the weirdest possible choice at every stage. It is a very strange song, to be fair. Okay. I'm realizing now that this is also like this. I think this is my first time ever drawing like maws, like a detailed maw. Can you play a video? I want to tease someone who I can't tell you it's for. You're trying to tease at Kasai, aren't you? Oh, moths. I thought you said moths. I've never drawn a moth. No, that's not fair. I actually have drawn a moth. Funnily enough, that is one of the few non-furry things I have drawn. Back. I was trying to tease Kasai. I would just say it's to tease Kasai. It was, you want to fluster a random chat member or not? Sure. I mean, there might be collateral. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like there is at least some amount of kink overlap. Send the video to play. Not the praise kink. Not the praise kink. That you're trying. Do you understand how much collateral damage this is going to cause to the Twitch chat? I've got so many people here with a praise kink. Okay. I don't have a praise kink. That's just like that's straight up a no sell. And look, you caught Kasai. I remain locked in. She didn't call me a puppy. Matthias. Who's a good puppy? There you go. Listen, it is a danger to reveal your kinks here. You're like, I definitely have like the list of people that I'm comfortable teasing, and you are very comfortably on that list. I do know that like Japanese wrestling is wild. I'm not into clicker training, but it sounds like you're into clicker training. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you say shit like that, it's like you're just into clicker training. I definitely have a fucking Pavlovian response to this game. I haven't even fucking played like Rhythm Heaven Fever, and I feel like I have a Pavlovian like response where I'm like I could fucking like probably play this from memory. Da 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 da. Bomb. I should probably play Bits and Bobs. So the problem with fucking the problem with rhythm games on stream is that they're so focus intensive. I can't like really interact with chat. I'm absolutely unable to hear a bell the same way after getting my job. Okay, so you have been clicker trained. But no. I didn't realize that you had like friends who were like in wrestling circuits, Matthias. That's pretty cool. I'm sure like if like it's you know it's anything like market oriented where like if you have like connections you probably know a bunch of stuff you can't talk about. Wubba dubba dubba, is that true? No, that's How many people's sexual awakening do you think was the wrestler, the extremely sweaty wrestler from Rhythm Heaven Fever? That's got to be like a solid chunk of people, right? It is fucked up how like there's like 3 different fake outs at the end of this remix. Body hair is so hot, but it's such a fucking pain in the ass to draw. We suffer for it though. Fun fact, chat is 1 letter away from being a masterpiece. You just need to replace 1 letter. Seabat. Well, come on in, Phoenix. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Correct. I was like, what letter are we replacing? I thought you meant insert, so I was like trying to figure out like what 1 letter I could insert to make chat into a meme, and then I was like, oh wait, it's replace and not add. Seabat. Actually, this is looking relatively good, all things considered. Let's see. I'm also trying my hand at a new inking brush style, and trying to be like way more deliberate. Lining with deliberation is fucking difficult. DDT has many cute anime pro tag boys that may or may not kiss. DDT. I'm assuming that's a wrestling league. I know nothing about wrestling. That's like an entire, like, you know. I grew up hearing that wrestling was fake, and I'm like, okay. And then that's the only thing I knew about it. My favorite wrestler is T-Zock. Wait, Starky? What happened? Do you not know who T-Zock is? No fucking clue. Not a single clue. Can you rant about all the waiters and bussers clicker trained by capitalism? DDT is wild. It's where a lot of viral comedy slips from Japan come from. Wait, is that the one with the like they made something in a room that out of chocolate, and the only you had to find out what it was, but you could only check with your teeth? Also, sent you T-Zoc. All right, we do have a hopeless core rant, so we will be right back after this regularly scheduled announcement. Can we get some F's in the chat for all of the poor busboys, waiters, honestly all the staff, just every single person out there who has been subconsciously or like consciously clicker trained for various aspects of their lives thanks to the absolute nightmare that is capitalism. It functionally treating all of us like caged animals that exist exclusively to produce what we're expected to, and in doing so, having like ingrained within all of us like a deep sense of anxiety about behaving in being able to deliver the things that are expected of us, or else the very safety and food and water that we rely on for continued existence will be withheld from us, as a form of punishment. Anyways, capitalism has clicker trained all of us. Derogatory. Oh, wait, there. All right, who the fuck is T-Zoc? Oh, I have seen this guy. I've seen a lot of fan-made media, but translated to Japan, translated to Japanese of this guy. I'm sad now. You're welcome. This is Shingeki no Kyojin fighter. Oh yeah, I have definitely seen fan-made works. Fun fact, that's what Dojin translates to, is fan-made works. I mean, Smash. Oh, the chocolate eating match? Yeah, that was I think that's the one I've seen a lot of clips of. I did watch I watched a couple of episodes of it was like a dual country like game show. In America it was called I Survived a Japanese Game Show. But they basically got a bunch of Americans to be part of a Japanese game show. And it was very strange. The one I saw was like I think the episode I saw was one where they're basically wearing like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit. Hold on, what's up, Chris?
Fun fact, Zune, the creator of Toho, is a well-known alcoholic due to the amount of people who are horny for Rayma's exposed armpits.
That's the price you pay. It honestly, I was never caught. I part of me assumed that armpits were like a queer kink. I assumed that they were a kink just for gay men. I didn't realize that that was a kink that existed in the straight sphere as well. I was at a Japanese game show, yeah. Who's this Delgar individual that somehow made it into my YouTube recommendations? Feet are for the straight people, while armpits, those are for the gays. Exactly. But learning out that, yeah, apparently dudes are like also super in armpits, or like straight guys are also super in armpits. Funnily enough, I was recently reminded of that because of the Sykkuno situation, where one of the examples that they used to be like, oh, Sykkuno is like so deeply trusted by women that they straight up let him sniff their armpits as during a discussion about hygiene. The Sykkuno situation is fucking wild, by the way. I feel like a little bit bad about I feel a little bit bad about like Saikuna's girlfriend, but also Girly Pop. I gotta question the I gotta question the decision to stay after finding out that you've been cheated on like multiple times. What level of gay friend are you that women ask you to sniff their armpits to see if they're good hygiene wise? Well, the character of Saikuno, i.e. the facade he put on to, you know, to pretend like he was harmless, or like to, you know, seem harmless, was like, it was basically the like, oh, he's so foolish that he's so unwise in the way of women that he like doesn't realize that that it is overtly sexual. The fucking the fact that the English voice actor for Deku read Saikuno's apology fucking killed me. It was so goddamn funny. Because Saikuno very much puts on a voice of like being very like, it's very anime Deku-esque. Like when I saw that, I was like, you're fucking killing. Why are you doing this? The guy who the English VA for Deku has so much fucking power, and he uses it exclusively for evil. Like, I respect it, but also, why are you like this? The English VA for Legoshi recorded various lines. Didn't he read the like uwu nuzzles on you pants, like the fucking the uwu rap like line, but as Legoshi? Because if so, that is dedication. That's like that. Like I could probably read it straight faced, but like it is. Yes, he did. Like it's the Gianni Metrograno. I don't fucking know the Gianni thing where like he'll read anything as long as you pay him. And so like he's the voice of Gabriel in Ultra Kill, and also like a protogen in a furry VR sex game. That's not, I'm not joking. That is honest to God. He is voice credited as being the protogen. He did that for free? I respect the fuck out of Gianni. My God. Nah, Gianni, you're king. You're actual legend behavior. The question is, because I could see it going either way, where like it's like he just did it because it's funny, or like he actually is genuinely a furry. I think they just asked him about it and he posted a thing and someone else showed it to him. Hard to say since it's been over a year now. That's fucking wild.
Wretch, we're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
First, turn off raids StarkyMorph. Secondly, time to anger a few people. The bad guys is for the people who don't want to be seen as into the most basic mass appeal furry media like Zootopia while not being seen as a Zootopia fan.
I have not seen Zootopia. I do not care about Zootopia. I genuinely enjoyed my time watching the bad guys. But you do make an extremely good point about how I should probably disable raids. Because, like, okay, point of fact, Bad Guys is objectively better than Zootopia because the main character isn't a fucking class traitor. Y'all out here being like, oh, the fucking, I don't know. He doesn't become a cop. They serve their time and they go on to do their own bullshit. Doesn't he become a class traitor in the sequel? I don't think does he become a cop in the sequel? That would be disappointing. But hey, at least they'll still have one movie up on on fucking Nick and Judy. Also, they don't have a they don't have a cuckoldry comic, so like that could be a positive or a negative, depending on your personal tastes. I personally am not into that, so he gets volunteered in the Space Force. He does not. You lied to me. Or an abortion one. Yeah, that Zootopia has both. It has both a cuckoldry and a fucking abortion comic. Doesn't the Zootopia abortion comic get wild on sequels? I don't fucking know. I didn't read it. Listen, I do a lot of shit for the memes, but reading an abortion comic is like that's actually like at that point it's no longer for the memes. At that point you're reading it because you're into it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like that is objectively speaking, about where that goes. Comics that I mean, they're not official. They're fan things, which have like gone on to be like a huge fucking recurrent meme in many communities. So you have an Anthus question? Go for it. Does he have the laurels carved into his horns? That's a good question, actually. I'd considered it. You can carve because bull horns are just keratin, right? It's not like it's carving into like a tooth. It's like carving into hair. That's like, It's a good idea conceptually, but it's up to you. I think I consider them more like magical tattoos. Okay, draw them flat. Noted. What do you have planned? What are you planning? You already know? Wait, do I? I can't remember. You see, that requires my memory. I might already know, but my memory is very faulty. I'm lining my Mino piece, and I remember seeing them on your comm, but not on the original pick. Yeah, because they're a small edition I made for like the design going forward. Because I love the base body, like the base was so good, but I also like it was lacking like a like recurrent design element that would make it immediately recognizable as being Anthus.
Wretch, wretch, we're the wretch.
I don't get the 2 months people really liked Paul, but he's such a fucking nothing burger of a character. He's just another Disney brand random twist villain with daddy issues. Way to minute most of the furry fandom as daddy issues, so it makes sense, I guess.
I mean, yeah. I feel like it's been long enough for, like, the moratorium on spoilers. Like, I did, you know... At this point, assume that, like, Disney everything is gonna have, you know, like, anything Disney is gonna have the twist villain. Because I think they've kind of forgotten how to write, like, actually pure evil villains. If folks like it's designed as VA is very charismatic, I'm not gonna blame... That's fair. Hold up. Parvert actually was a palatable Disney twist villain. I just, like... To be fair, Paubert actually, because of the way that they ended up writing him, they accidentally did an anti-Semitism, apparently. Because Paubert is very Jewish coded in a way that ends up kind of clashing with the character in anti-Semitism. Oh, yeah. Because he is. A lot of its design elements are inspired, or inspired is maybe giving it too much credit, but they are situationally easy to compare and correlate to traditional Jewish dress in the modern day and age. And then the other thing is that Paubert is, as far as I'm aware in terms of plot, part of a secret cabal of you know, a you know, hidden organization that is, you know, prosecuting you know, another class of people for, you know, self-empowerment and benefit reasons, i.e. It gives blood libel again, which I can't fucking believe that shit keeps happening. Like, it's one of those things where it's like it's subtle enough where, like, it could just be like, you know, like it's possible that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't intentional, that they were just using tropes, but they end up using so many that it ended up being incidentally a bit, you know, not the greatest luck. It's about a family who own a part of the city who stole the work of the climate control tech from the snakes and framed the entire species into being banned from Zootopia, and who have been maintaining, you know, a secret you know, a secret organization to perpetuate the lies for, you know, self-empowerment. It's one of those things where it's like, it's not like the most necessarily strong and immediate, you know, clear case of anti-Semitism. It's not like the fucking the Rowling Goblins level of, like, overt anti-Semitism. I'm not sure if it's secret organizations as much as rich people just owning people there. That's fair. Being deliberate with lining is such a pain in the ass. How's this looking at least? It's not, it's actually a solid effect. Topic, really topic, did you see the Onion can now finally got control of InfoWars? I did. It was so fucking funny to see the, the Onion, like, to see the InfoWars with the Onion, and then in Pride colors. So fucking good. Oh, Prince Atlas, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live chat. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. We are currently, we're lining up. Although I think all things considered, I'm sure I'll hate it like a couple months down the road, but this is looking relatively good. Vibin'? We are vibin'. We are mad vibin'. I was gonna say that maybe the twist feels more logical than, say, Frozen and not ruined by knowing it's gonna happen, but it sounds like they did that. They did an oopsie in another way. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want like genuinely good movies nowadays, I love your model. Is this Slip Studio? Yeah, this is. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint, which is my preferred artistic program, I guess. But yeah, we are slowly working our way through the meticulous lining process for this Minotaur man. Be trying to get home in time for Godzilla. Did you just play the Spire 2 is getting review bombed again? Is it because, I mean, to be fair, it seems like overall they made the game a lot harder. My bad, I use Clip Studio, though. Honestly, I quite enjoy Clip Studio. I'm sure I'm not using, like, a significant portion of it. Breasting Boobly, I see. Welcome on to Mortigris. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Yeah. Breasting Boobly and licking biceps. Can we get a shout out for Mortigris? How you doing, you Sweet Bean? So they are the only way for Chinese folk to voice their complaints is through Steam. Interesting. I mean, I can understand that being frustrating. But it's because they removed or nerfed most of the super easy infinite combos. Yeah. Which, I mean, like, why the fuck are you playing Slay the Spire if all you're going for is, like, the easiest infinite combos? I don't know. There's so many ways to break that game that, like, using the infinites feels like, you know... Also, death threats on Twitter to the devs again. At what point do you just get numb to it? Like, I feel bad for the devs, but like, this is at least the second instance of them getting death threats. So like, you know. If you want easy OP combos, just play the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I mean, yeah, probably Rebirth Plus. The original Rebirth has some balancing issues. Because the original like it was so fucking difficult to get a single damage upgrade. There's like no way you were getting any actual interesting synergies, and then they kind of fixed that with Rebirth Plus. Wait, is it Anti-Birth or Rebirth Plus? What variation of birthing are we on for our Binding of Isaac? The original Binding of Isaac had like 3 synergies. The original Binding of Isaac was either get incredible tier rates and tier damage, or just brimstone. And then trying to keep track of which version of brimstone you were using, because there was different strategies based on how he implemented it. Final Fantasy VII Childbirth. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy, so that I could believe that. Who's birthing the child? Cloud or Sephiroth? The devs they said that they are happy with bouncing because they see feedback is welcome, but say make the game easy is not. I'm of the opinion that Slay the Spire is not an easy game. I feel like Slay the Spire, like, you know, I'm not good at it, but I feel like you would be hard pressed to find anyone out there with an above like 50% win rate. Like at the maximum ascensions, of course. I'm sure there's people out there that are like fucking absolute gods. They're like, yeah, I've min-maxed every single like pickup. This is how you win every single run guaranteed. I ain't that though. I feel like most players aren't. And we don't even have the 4th act. I'm gonna be honest with you, with how easy it is to get incredibly broken by Act 3, I would be surprised if 4th act was even like a meaningful step up in difficulty. It'll be like the heart act in 1. Isn't the heart act just like, isn't it just the heart? I'll be honest with you, I have not played 1 in a while. Like I stopped playing before they added the Watcher, which apparently is like the Watcher is like a balancing nightmare. I just like playing with friends.
Wretch, wretch, we're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
I think it's crazy how people perceive age in sports. If I was told someone was 34, I would consider them relatively young. They're not old or anything. But if I heard someone in basketball say they're 34, that's like 18 sports years. Why is that?
Because the like optimal like body operation age is between like probably like late teens to like at best early 30s. Also, I don't need to go infinite every run of Slay the Spire, but the fact that the Ironclad now has potential to go infinite makes me enjoy playing him somewhat. What's the infinite on the Ironclad? Is why the Olympics is so young? Yeah. And it's why like there was an anime that came out I think last year called Medalist. It's basically the crux of it is like, if you aren't training as like a Olympic level ice skater by the age of like 6, you're already too old. You need to start training by that point. Hellraiser and Pommel Strikes. Oh, yeah, that's actually not that hard. I mean, to be fair, you gotta find like you gotta find ways to remove the rest of your deck, but most NBA players start at 18 or 19. They're already a 13-year-old veteran by the time they're 34. Also, we're about to run our last set of ads. We run this every hour to turn off pre-rolls, but we don't do the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack, grab some hydration. We will be here when you come back. They remove the Ironclad's ability to loop energy gain infinitely, but you can make an infinite that can't be turned off, so... Is soft locks against a Manhunter? Oh, that's just funny. Oh yeah, what's it called? I know what you're talking about. The extremely overtuned fight that probably should just be an elite at this point. Killer something. A lot of players could theoretically retire a life at 30, and it's like, man, what now? Killer Queen? No. Hunter Killer? Hunter Killer, I feel like. Like, if it soft locks against Hunter Killer, that's just funny. And in my opinion, a sign that Hunter Killer probably should just be an elite at this point. Seriously, why the fuck is that a regular enemy? The Hunter Killer is a better elite than the fucking, like, the Polyhedron thing is. If you want to do a bunch of work to soft lock yourself, then it's funny. I mean, it is funny.
Wretch, wretch, where
What's up, Chris?
the wretch?
Letting the intrusive thoughts win. I want someone to fuck me as hard as JoJo fans get fucked by Netflix with their dogshit release schedules for parts 6 and 7. If you say the meme, I will time you out.
I mean, listen, it's Netflix, unfortunately. I'm of the opinion that I can be patient about it, so, like, I'm not super torn up about it. But it is fucking frustrating as shit. It's basically an enemy that designed and felt like it was not as strong as their elites at the time, and they locked elites at 3 per act. This changed ones. This changed ones. The elites got changed, but that happens. I mean, the fact of the matter is, like, they could have updated that with, like, they could have made it an elite in the most recent update, and I feel like it wouldn't have meaningfully like it wouldn't have, I feel like, made anything feel too different. Death to the 6-7, yeah. Send them to the gulag. We are, of course, probably going to be wrapping up here soon. But I feel relatively happy with how this sketch is turning out. I say sketch, but we're currently in the line work. There we go. I got distracted and missed most of the stream. It's okay. It's okay. You hate me. I understand. Happy to see you do a horny piece, bud. I mean, to be fair, this is, as far as horny goes, I feel like the thing with doing horny art is, like, it's difficult to actually be horny while making it. Because, like, I'm so absorbed in the process that I'm like, yeah, I mean, it objectively speaking is horny, but, like, I'm jealous of your professionalism in there. Professionalism there. I mean, it's part like it's because I'm thinking so many thoughts about like how I want to look the piece to look. It's like I'm too locked in to be horny. Don't make the obvious joke. I will send you to Jesus. I have to regulate my horny levels when I work on horny pieces. Maybe that's just like my ace side coming out, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing this not as like an activity in horny. This is a study on a thing that just happens to be horny. Plus, press 1 in chat if you like Starky in a non-parasocial way. With me having to do damage control for most of the day, I'm shocked that I was there for the amount of stream that I was. Here. I believe that was the last song in the queue. So let's go ahead and wrap up a little bit early. I do love a good saxophone. I can't. I'm making the wise choice for me. Does it count as parasocial if I see you on a weekly basis? No. Because you knew me before I was even a streamer, so like I can't imagine. I feel like our like history makes it impossible for parasociality to even exist as a concept. Sex on the phone, the optimal place to have sex. Anyways, let's see whomst is live so we can go say hello. Cool, cool one. Let's see. I see Papa, I see Bran, I see Peronzo. We've raided into Bran and Peronzo somewhat recently. I'm like, great over to Papa. I mean, he is kind of Papa is celebrating reaching like he recently got 100% disability from the government for you know. Let's see. Thanks for streams, Starky. 1, because I love everyone who's rad for being a rad person. Twitch.tv/teams. Let's see who's live from Thunderfang. Let's see, Bran is doing Mythic Monday with Maplebork. Have I ever said hi to Maplebork? I think I have. I think it's been a hot minute. The fact that it's been so long is where I'm like, mayhaps. It's been hot. I'm looking and I'm stalking. We can't cuddle Starky, that is difficult. Let's see. Let's go say hi to Maplebork. They are also doing art. So yeah. Start the raid over to Maplebork, a fellow Thunderfang member. If this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Chaos Creating Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. For the last years, we've been learning some art. So if you'd like to see more of what I was working on today, feel free to stick around. Drop the follow here, as well as over on Blue Sky. I post art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, you know, all the good stuff. We have a YouTube if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, so what I've been up to. My goofy ass fucking forgot to upload. I swear to God, there's something wrong with my brain. Like, I started the upload, and I just didn't set it to actually be scheduled. So the upload for the last week's Danganronpa stream is getting released tomorrow, so you'll be able to watch it day of. I have a Discord link to pop in there, set up Sweet Beans, see the curse got the Sweet Beans post. And of course, a coffee sponsorship. If you'd like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Roast Coffee, help support the stream, get 10% off with discount code StarkyMorph. And yeah, get some really, really good coffee. I love it. I need to pick up some more coffee from there. But anyways, we're gonna go say hi over to Maplebork, fellow Thunderfang member, a very, very amazing artist, a very sweet bean. Go give them a check out. Go send all of the love. This week's schedule is back to the normal. I've been kind of, I don't want to say slacking, because they've been very necessary breaks, but I've not been able to maintain my normal schedule. Tomorrow will be Danganronpa. Thursday, some